Finland recently launched a new program to hire international talent, and more than 1,100 companies have signed up for it. This program is called the Talent Boost. Of course, it has many companies signing up for it. There's a dedicated job portal that only has English jobs. They do many webinars to guide foreigners as to how they can look for a job in Finland. And if you get a job through this pathway, you can move to Finland in just 14 days or even lesser. I know all of this sounds very attractive and you're already intrigued to know how you can make your move. So let's not make this intro any longer. Let's move to Finland together. Stick around. My name is Nidhi Nagori and welcome back to my channel. You guys know that I love talking about global careers, global finances, how to make money, how to do all the cool things in your life. And in today's video, I'm going to be introducing one country to you that has been putting in a lot of money so that they can hire someone like you, someone who's just watching the video, someone who wants to move abroad, somebody who dreams of a life in Europe. And I'm running out of breath, but seriously, no kidding, Finland is looking for you. Finland is looking for a foreign worker like yourself. And if you're interested in Finland, then the program that you should be targeting is the Talent Boost. So what is Talent Boost? Why am I going so crazy about it? Well, we'll talk about all of that, but before that, let me do some magic on the screen and let the screen behind me pop up. The first thing that you want to do to understand Talent Boost better is that you want to go on whatever search engine you use and just type Talent Boost Finland. If you don't want to work even on that, I'll leave a link in the description box or in the pinned comment somewhere and you can go and check that. But basically, once you come to Talent Boost, this is what you see. It says that they help find international talents to accelerate the international growth of their business, of any Finnish business. And they also provide funding and networks for hiring international talent. They're literally paying Finnish companies to hire foreign workers. Talent Boost in Finland, we help companies to find international talents and to develop the effectiveness of multinational teams. So you might be wondering at this point, Finland is the happiest country in the world, one of the best countries to live in. Why is it that Finland is looking for foreigners? Well, very simple reason, labor shortage and aging workforce. I've said this so many times in my videos, but talent has always been in shortage and talent continues to be in extreme shortage even now as we make this video. It's not just Finland, most countries are struggling. But when you look at a country like Canada, it has a lot of people who are already interested in it. In fact, according to a recent poll that was done by Statistica, Canada ranks to be #1 in terms of immigrants and their interests. So Canada is fortunate because many immigrants want to migrate to Canada. But a country like Finland is not top on the list, meaning most migrants are not thinking of Finland when they want to move abroad. And that's why for a country like Finland, it's very important to make sure that they are competitive in the game and that they are taking that extra step to attract foreign workers. Which is why the government of Finland came up with this whole new program which was called the Talent Boost. Honestly, I first got to know of the Talent Boost when I started seeing ads on Instagram. So I was seeing a lot of sponsored ads that the Finnish government was running. I think it was probably targeted towards people living in the Toronto region. And that's when I started seeing the ads and I was like, ooh, that seems like a cool program. And the more I dwelled into it, the more I read about it, I was like, well, this is quite a vision and this is definitely something that I want to share with my audience. So today's video, I'm just dividing it into 3 very easy segments. First of all, what's Talent Boost? Why do I think this is something that you should be trying for? What are the pathways to try for this particular program? And then third, how is it that eventually you're going to move to Finland? What are the benefits, etc.? So first, let's talk about what's Talent Boost. If you just come on the website itself, you'll see that it says that it's designed for businesses that are operating in Finland, and it is a full service package that will help companies recruit international professionals. A lot of the work that they do is also for international students that are studying in Finland. So more than 3,000 international students are graduating in Finland every year, and they can be absorbed into the workforce if there is enough integration programs that are available. So this Talent Boost works as an integration program for international students who are obviously foreigners. And this program also works as a program meant to hire foreign workers from outside. You can see that they clearly state that they do recruitments themselves. I'm not putting words into anybody's mouth. It clearly says we organize networking events, recruitment campaigns, and funding for the recruitment of international talent. So they are literally paying money to the Finnish companies Just in case they're not able to find someone locally, please go ahead and find somebody internationally. As long as the company finds a good talent, the government will do everything to make sure that it's a smooth sailing process. Now let's talk about how you can use this program. Well, of course, there are multiple ways. One is the webinars that they do. So there are specific recruitment webinars. They do it both online and offline. And depending on where you are, if you're living in Europe, then maybe doing something online and kind of going and visiting them would make sense. But if you are not living in Europe, not living in Finland, want to try this from your home country, then maybe just doing simple job applications would help. Now keep in mind, basic applications, just like sending resumes and adding people on LinkedIn and annoying them and bugging them and saying, hey, I really want a job. That's not the kind of strategy that would work here. That's not a strategy that works anywhere. So you want to come up with a more sophisticated, suave strategy. Work on your resume, work on your LinkedIn, and only then should you do your applications. The good thing is Talent Boost has its dedicated job portal. So let's go on to the job portal together. It's called Work in Finland. It's linked right here on this one website itself. Of course, there are cookies that you have to accept. I really wish these were real cookies, but they're not. And let's go ahead and look at open jobs. There are about 482 open jobs right now. There was a place where it used to say that it's for, oh, there it is, explore open jobs for English-speaking professionals. So now you don't have to worry. Most people are always like, oh my God, it's a job in Europe. It means I need the local language. While that's true, that's also not true in many cases. So we know that these are jobs that are all open for English-speaking foreigners. These are also jobs that are open in the Talent Boost program, meaning that these are jobs that are open for visa sponsorship. You can scroll down, there are about 482 jobs. They keep changing now and then because about 1,100 companies have signed up for this program. You have many companies that keep coming and going that have hiring going on. So all that you have to do is keep a track of this particular website and this particular job portal and then see what you find here. Let's just look at one of the jobs as an option. So I'm going to go to this video editor job just because I'm curious and because I'm shooting a video right now. All right, let's say goodbye to the cookies. And here we go. Let's look at the requirements: cultural fit, BA, MA, understanding blah, 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 Adobe software, fluency in English, that's what they want, communication skills, and ability to obviously produce videos. The job also comes with a lot of perks and benefits: flex work hours, equity package, Friday beers, ooh, I like that, free coffee and tea, staying near public transport, healthcare insurance, pension plan, free office snacks, skill development, pet-friendly, remote work allowed, gamified office. What's going on? How do these jobs exist? And how is it that I'm not working for a company like this, which has a gamified office? That sounds like fun. Anyway, I digress, but you get my point. Clearly, there are many jobs that are available in Finland that are specifically targeted towards foreigners. And you don't even have to be somebody who is extremely skilled or somebody who has like a lot of knowledge and info. You just need to be somebody who's good enough, has a good resume, good LinkedIn, and good communication skills. Now that you understand the job part of it, let's also talk about why do I think Talent Boost is a good program. Well, first of all, the government is taking away the liability from the employers. The government is the one that's funding your move. So they're taking away the cost of having you move to Finland. The employer does not have to bear any costs. So you come at a cost of a local person, right? Otherwise, if they have to pay for your flight, visa, moving, relocation, etc., then you can become a little more expensive. But the Finnish government is taking care of all of that. And that's why you're a cheaper asset. You can see all of this is available in the talent funding section. That's available to small and mid-sized companies. There's also other benefits that include workplace Swedish trainings and then workplace Finnish trainings. So this will help you learn the local language. This also tells you that there is no requirement of knowing the local language before you move. You can always learn that on the go. I always recommend that you should pick up the local language. But I'm from India, and in my experience, wherever you live, you do end up picking the local language. For example, I'm a Marwari, but I grew up in Kolkata, West Bengal, and I'm very fluent in Bengali. I can read, write, speak. That's only because I lived in Bengal and I obviously happened to pick up the local language. That's the same thing that happens to you whether you move to Europe or you continue to live in India. I also lived in Hyderabad for a little bit and I did end up picking Telugu over there. That's just the nature of mankind. So don't worry about learning the language before you move, because Talent Boost actually offers you to learn the language after you move. And not only do they teach you Finnish, they also teach you Swedish. You don't have to go by my word. I'm telling you what I see on the website. They obviously support the relocation of employees. We spoke about this in detail. That's the talent funding. And then they also do a lot of interesting events in different countries where they go to these countries and hire people directly. This comes under the service for recruiting professional skills testing. I would highly recommend that you kind of go and see if there's a local center that you have where they come in and do the hiring themselves. So maybe check that out also. Navigate on this website and pick out what is it that works for you. Now let's talk about how you can move within 2 weeks. So here you see on the right side, there's a fast track service. If your employee intends to come to Finland with a residence permit for a specialist, ICT residence, EU blue card, blah, 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 they can apply it through fast track service, and they can get the residence permit within 14 days and arrive in Finland immediately. If you go and click on this, you'll notice that this has all the info that any employer needs, and this is the pathway that you can use once you get a job. Why is this intriguing, important, a nice thing to know? I'm sure you've heard about the visa delays that are going on. US visa, the appointments are not available. Germany has been putting out statements saying they're trying to get their backlog off. Same with UK. So clearly there are a lot of backlogs going on. And when you get a job, you don't want to wait your entire life waiting for a visa, right? So I do think that this 14-day system would be great, because at least I know if I get a job, I'm moving in the next 14 days. And in my opinion, nobody wants to hang on to the old life. We all want to move on. If I have a new job coming up, if I'm moving to a new country, I want to do that as soon as possible because I'm excited for my new life, right? So I can move, I can start building my fortune there, I can start establishing my roots, etc. So I do think that this idea of fast tracking and moving within 14 days, getting the residence permit within 14 days is a pretty cool idea. Overall, if I had to rate this Talent Boost program out of 10, I would probably give it a 15, because I have seen a lot of programs, but I've never seen any country or any government pay money to the local employers to hire foreigners. That's something that I've never seen. Of course, there have been many instances and moments where you have countries helping the local employers look for talent, blah, blah, blah. But paying money, like having a full funding pool for that, that's not something that I've seen. So I do think that this is an excellent program and definitely something that you must be targeting as a foreigner yourself. If the world's happiest country is making you any more happy, please make sure you go and check their link out in the description box and apply for the jobs. On that note, my lovely people, this video has come to an end. I hope that this video has been informative, and even if you're not planning to move to Finland, I just hope that this video has made you feel a little more well-informed about what lies out there. If you are a busy professional who's always looking to move abroad, might I remind you that we offer a full-fledged job support service. I'll leave the link in the description box, so please make sure you go ahead and check that out. The first call, as always, is free, and we do everything for you. Job application, research, doing your resume, LinkedIn. I cannot even stress on what all services we provide. It's an amazing service. It's already a few weeks old, and we've already seen success stories as our candidates have been getting interview offers. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, you make sure you take care of yourself. Stay safe. Namaste.